My name is Victoria, hence Tea with Victoria. I'm really excited to introduce my channel to you today. My channel is about sharing with you and the rest of the world bite-sized wisdom that I have accumulated throughout my life, my training, as well as my work as a therapist. A little bit about myself. I'm a registered clinical counselor, and it took for me to get a master's degree in counseling psychology, as well as a few hundred hours of practicum in order to get this formal title. But for myself, I like to refer to myself as just a therapist, short for psychotherapist. You might also wonder why I call myself an expat therapist. Well, just a few short months ago, I moved from beautiful but rainy Vancouver, Canada, to very sunny Manila, Philippines, and you can see the background here of the sun peeking in. And with this move, there's also another big transition that happened for me. I had a Vancouver-based, office-based practice that I moved completely to be a global online service. So clients from anywhere in the world can connect with me. And I think it's so fantastic that nowadays technology allows us to erase the miles that lie between us and connect instantaneously. And as for the cup of tea, you might be wondering, well, I heard somewhere that a nice cup of tea is like a hug inside out, and I just love that. For me, when I'm drinking that cup of tea, it feels warm and fuzzy and cozy inside, almost like somebody giving me a hug. And since our loved ones are not always around to give us that hug, it kind of is the next best thing we can have. Now you might be thinking, this is Victoria just describing how she feels about that cup of tea. Well, you might be interested to know that recent research, there's an actual study that's been done, and there's a link down there that you can click on and read for yourself. So that study, in short summary, shows that when people are holding a warm beverage in their hands, in that instance it was Java, they tend to evaluate others as consistently being warmer, nicer, more generous people. So somehow that hot beverage affects their perspective of others based on how they are feeling inside. And that is my bite-sized wisdom for today for you. And there's two cool ways you can use it for yourself in your real life. One way is if you, for example, want to get on the nice side of somebody, or maybe ask for a favor, maybe that race you've been thinking, or maybe break some uncomfortable news to someone. Make them a nice, warm cup of tea. Make sure though it's not scorching hot, because if they drop it on their feet, that kind of is going to defeat the purpose. Hand it to them. I mean, that in itself is a nice gesture, somebody bringing you coffee or tea. Allow a few moments for them to hold it in their hands. And after that, ask for that favor or break the news. And see how it works for you. And the second way you can use this bite-sized wisdom is when you or yourself, maybe you're having a tough day, maybe things are not going so smooth at work. So instead of reaching out for that high sugar chocolate bar or for a glass of beer or wine, reach out to make a cup of tea. And in just a few moments you will notice this cozy, warm feeling sensation spread out like a hug inside out. It's especially a great tip to have when there's no loved one around to give us a hug. Better yet, have a cup of tea with me. Tea always tastes better in a good company. And with me, you also get a bite-sized wisdom for the day. By the way, for this magic trick I talked about, there is no need for tea. It can be any warm beverage. I don't discriminate. I just happen to love tea. I blame it on my Russian roots. Russia is a big tea drinking nation. And I was actually born there. And I lived there till I was 16 years old. At that time, when I was a teenager, things got a bit unstable in Russia, so my parents packed the bags and we moved over to Vancouver, Canada. And that's where I lived for most of my life and finished my training as a therapist. And although Canada is a big coffee drinking nation, my love for tea remains strong. I'm very passionate about my teas and especially love the herbal teas. And today my pick for the day is lemongrass tea. It smells delicious and just a touch of lemon here goes a long way. And this lemongrass, Soothing Sweetness by TeaPigs. Isn't that just the cutest name for the tea brand? So I'm picking out on my lemongrass tea today. A bit about me and a bit about my tea, and that concludes our video for today. For more bite-sized wisdom ideas, please visit my website expatTherapy.online. And if you enjoyed today's video, be generous and share it with your friends. Pass on the wisdom. And don't miss your next cup of tea with me. Subscribe to my channel today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.